Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today is an exciting day. I'm super excited. If you read the title of my video or you're checking out my little chalkboard there I have behind me, we are going to be reviewing pieces of the Wet n Wild and Pac-Man collab that is just launching this month. I believe it launches today actually on wetnwild.com, but it has already been available at Ulta, which I haven't quite figured out why Ulta had it and Wet n Wild did not, but they don't pay me the big bucks to make these decisions, so I just kind of go with it. We're starting already. Mom. Alright, so a few housekeeping things I want to talk about a little bit before we jump into this video. First off, this video is not sponsored. This is purely done for my enjoyment because I think that the fact that these makeup companies are collabing with these old school video games are really cool. Second of all, I am in collaboration with this video with two other brand new YouTubers like myself that I have met. I'm collabing with Shio from Shio Carla and Ree from Ray of Sunshine. So, both of these ladies are amazing. Shio is from Singapore, and she recently just relocated to the United States, and by recently I mean 5 months ago. So she's very new to us. She's living in California, and Ree is originally from the Philippines. So she is also living in, honestly, I'm not sure what state. I think it's New England. I want to say Jersey. But I'm not 100% sure. I will put it below. They purchased different pieces to this collection so that we each have bought a little bit so that it was a little bit less of a financial burden, and that way it was a little bit fun to collab and work together. And that way, if you would like to see a full review but get to see 3 different people show you about it to break up the monotony a little bit, definitely check out their channels. I will have them linked below, and if you love them, which I know you will, hit that subscribe button and tell them that I sent you in the comment section. So you can see I've already got my base on. I have no bronzer, no highlighter, no blush. I do have some brow on, no eye makeup, no lip products. So it'll kind of give you a little bit of a hint of what I picked out from the collection. The collection is a limited edition collection. If you see something that you like, you need to get into your local Ulta store or get onto the website and get it ordered. I do not know how long they're going to keep the collection around, but I do know that all the packaging says limited edition, so this will not be made part of their regular product assortment. So without further ado, let's do this. Let's go ahead and do our eyes first because I feel like I just look like a mole child or something. I don't know. So I went ahead and picked up the limited edition Wet n Wild palette, and this palette is actually called Game Over Color Palette, and the packaging, oh my gosh, can we just talk about how stinking cute this is? It's so stinking cute. I'm gonna get it out here and go ahead and show you. There are 9 shades total, 2 of which are shimmery satiny shades and the rest are matte shades. And I did watch a review. I kind of cheated a little bit. I tend not to watch reviews of products that I am going to review myself because I don't want my opinion to be swayed, and I don't want to ruin that first impression, that, you know, that newness. I don't want that to be ruined for me. Like if I know this certain shade's gonna fall out on my face, I don't want to know that ahead of time. So I tend not to watch, but I did cheat and I watched Kathleen Lights do her review of this, and she said that this palette is comparable to the Anastasia, Beverly Hills, and Alyssa Edwards collab that just launched last month. So who loves them some Alyssa Edwards? So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to create a look here. I don't know what's going to happen with this. I already did go ahead and apply a transition shade because there is no clear transition shade. I guess I could have used this, but that's a little bit dark and a little bit orange for my skin tone. I actually just went ahead and used the shade Birch out of my Anastasia Sultry palette, and then I went a little bit with Fresh up on the brow bone. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to do an eye look, and then I'm going to swatch them, like, so that you guys can just start seeing the action, you know, start seeing it in action. So, throwing my brushes already, you guys. Oh my god. What should we do first here? I don't know what I should do. Well, I'm dipping into the little Pac-Man guy here, and I don't know if it comes up on camera, but there is a little embossed, yeah, barely, there's a little embossed Pac-Man here, and then like a little embossed ghosties in there. Pigment on that brush though. I am seeing some powdery kick up in the pan. You can kind of see it falling down around here. Again, not horrible. That's not something, that's not a deal breaker for me. I don't mind a little kick up. That's okay. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to use my Anastasia palette as my mirror because this one doesn't have one. And I'm just going to go ahead and apply this right here and see what happens. What I do to one side, I immediately have to go and do to the other because there's not enough brain power in me to remember what I do for an entire look to go ahead and like replicate the other side. So I'm gonna fast forward through it so it's not so monotonous. Now so far I've got some yellow on my lids, which is great. It's not as bright as I was kind of hoping it would be, but that's okay. I'm gonna try dampening the brush, wetting the brush a little bit and seeing what I get. But I can tell you that I'm not seeing a lot of fallout on my face, so that's really good. I can also tell you that I actually got a lot more color buildup than I thought I was going to with the dry brush. I did not prime my eyes. I don't use eye primer. I've discussed this in videos past. I just don't do that. It's a step that I don't traditionally have time for, so I need my makeup to perform within the confines of my life. So you may get more color payoff if you prime your eyes right away, but that's just not a step that I do. So I'm going to go ahead and go in and add a little bit more color to the crease. I'm concentrating this shade into the lower crease. I'm not taking this too far up the brow. I really want it to be right in that natural crease that I have. My eyes are small, so I have a little bit of space to work with, so I really have to be purposeful with where I place the color. And also, I don't want this yellow everywhere. So I'm going to go ahead and go ahead and add a little more. And what I'm doing, and I don't know if you can see it in the videos, I'm doing like a little bit of a stamping before I'm doing a little circular buffing movement, and I'm taking my time. The eyeshadow looks, to create a good one, it's all in the blend. So you just have to be patient and take your time. You can see I really do have a lot more yellow now. I do want to try, for the sake of testing, since this is a review, I want to go ahead and I'm going to wet this little brush that I have. It's a Luxie 245 small shader brush. I am going to go ahead and wet it and try to build a little bit of the color right in here and see what happens. I don't typically play with colors like this, so this is a little bit more of an experiment for me too. Coffee break! Now there's no doubt in my mind that if I were to put on a white base, like an actual truly white base, these colors would pop because they are clinging to my bare skin. They just aren't as vibrant as they could be, and that's no fault of the palette. That's simply just the way that I am applying. I'm going in now to the orange color, and the guy I'm going to use is right here, this orange here. And because I am noticing the kick up in the pan, like you can see a lot of the yellow around this center shade, I'm using a tapping motion, like a tap and light swipe instead of just swipe, swipe, swipe. That tends to produce more kick up. So if you're dealing with a palette that's a little bit powdery, when you start messing with it, if you just do a nice light gentle tapping and a very gentle swap, you know, a gentle swipe, you're not going to kick up as much powder. Look at the color on that. Ladies and gentlemen, Wet n Wild has brought their A game to the building. I'm going to take that same shade, that same blending brush that has the yellow shade still on it. I'm not going to add any more product. I'm just going to go in and clean up this harsh edge. Very gentle little swipies. And then again, this whole thing could come out totally wrong. I am not a makeup artist, just throwing it out there. Next shade I'm going to go into is the pink shade over here in this corner, which Kathleen Light said was a complete dupe for the Alyssa Edwards palette. But we're going to see. We're going to see. Let's play. Now we'll put it to the true test and do the purple. Now the blue. The deep blue, the dark blue. Joe. I told Joe I wasn't a makeup artist. I gotta look. I don't think it looks very nice. Like, it's definitely not the bottle of the palette. It is definitely the operator. So I had to finish off camera because I had this palette. Like, I was like, I'm like, yeah, it's coming out great. And then I didn't have it. So to spare you the heartache of having to watch this monstrosity carry on, I just turned off the film because you didn't want to see. So I actually managed to get every single shade on my eyes aside from the orange sparkly shade. They are pigmented. They do blend pretty well. I think you're going to have an easier time with this palette if you're a little bit more experienced with using colors like these. If it's not, I mean, this is a great, like, get it and try to play with it and figure it out palette, because it's not a lot of money. It's only $9.99, but it's just it was hard. It was not easy for me because this is not a look that I traditionally do. I'm just not trained to do this kind of a thing, so I was kind of winging it. I ended up using this green, which I love. I use it underneath of my eye, and I mean, I feel like for a first time doing a look like this, I think it came out okay. Is it the best? No. So the mattes all performed. I did have a little bit of fallout with the darker shades. Had to go back in and wipe, and then add some more foundation and more powder. So I had to do that. So note to self, do not use this palette unless you are doing your eyes first, because you're gonna have to go back and clean up, especially because of this shade right here. This one just sparkle, sparkle, sparkle all over your cheeks. And if that doesn't bother you, then that's fine. But if it does, keep it in mind because you're not going to like that. So let's go ahead and get some swatchies. I'm gonna go ahead and put them right here, and then we will move on to the next product. Entire palette swatched on my arm. You can see that, you know, you're gonna get some patchiness. I mean, for 10 bucks, it's kind of like, what do you want, you know? But you are getting some stellar shades. So this sparkly shade is really awesome. I think this one's really good. The orange sparkle is fantastic. This blue is fantastic. I think this yellow is actually really good. And even the orange, the pink and the blue, you got to build them up, but you still get the color. Ultimately, I would say this palette is 100% worth it. It's beautiful. It's pigmented. I got a beautiful look even for a super novice. And when I mean novice, I mean I've never done a look like this before. This is my very first time. So, I mean, take it for what it is. I think, you know, this palette is great, and I would 100% recommend it. The next product that I picked up to go over with you today is the Powder Palettes bronzer. So this has got the cute little, you know, game on it, and it's these little bronzing beads inside here. So you twist open the top like this, and it has this little foamy guy in here to keep your pellets from breaking and shipping. And this product is $6.99, and inside there are 13 pellets. Now, give or take, there may be different amount, like how many they were able to fit in there, but there are 13 pellets in here. And at first I was like a little bit like, 13 pellets, that's it, because there's just that one layer. But then the more I thought about it, how often do you get through bead products like this? Do you actually get down in and use all of it? You don't. So honestly, this is good. It's not wasteful. It's only $7, so it's definitely good. So I'm going to go in here with a brush. I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of bronzing, and then I'm going to go ahead and add my cheek color and my highlight, and then we're going to move on to our lips. Ooh. Hello, bronzer. Maybe I got a little bit much there. These are a shimmery bronzer. This is not a matte bronzer, which may be like a duh, but I thought I'd throw it out there. They're definitely dark. They're definitely bronzy. I left them a little dark only because my face, we've been over this, eats these type of products. Maybe a little bit darker for my skin tone. Like, this is a product I definitely could not use in the summer or in the winter months when I'm really pale, like paler than I am now. So I definitely, you know, but I do like it. I think it's pretty, and I think it does the job. Let me go ahead and do a little of that. Let me go ahead and add my cheek color and my highlighter and see what I think. I have two more products to talk about. One of them is this adorable little cherry lip balm, and they really didn't have a name for this. It was just lip balm, and it is cherry scented, and it is not flavored. It does not taste, but it is scented cherry lip balm. And you just screw the top off like this, and inside you can see the lip balm. Oh, it's so strong smelling. It smells so good. Like, it really does scent up. It is really nice, and it's super stinking cute with this little like handle on it and everything. I just love this. It's it's a basic lip balm. It doesn't do a ton as far as hydration, but I mean, it's better than nothing. So if you're in a situation where you're like, just want a little something on my lips, you can put this on. It does not have that Vaseline feel. It is a nice lightweight lip balm, so it's not, you're not gonna put it on and be thinking, my god, I feel like I've got like gobby gloopy mess on my lips. So it is really cute. I really do love it, and I just think this is just stinking cute. And this was $4.99. Lastly, I bought from the collection is this Ghost Gloss Brilliant Liquid Gloss, and this is in the shade Blinky, and I'm guessing the little red ghosty guy is Blinky, and this is pretty opaque. I did try this on, and this was $4.99, I believe, maybe $5.99. Definitely no more than I think it was $4.99. So go ahead and you like twist the top off like this, and it's got a really nice kind of indented lip applicator on there. I'm going to go ahead and apply this to my lips. Now, keep in mind, I know that this does not match my eye look. This is not something I would wear. For the sake of showing you what is in this collection, I just want to go ahead and apply it anyways, even though I know I'm going to look awful. Like, I'm going to look ridiculous, but here it goes. See? Oh. Alright, so there it is. It's a really, really pretty color. Like, I will use this a lot, especially in the fall and winter. But it's this really pretty strawberry, red, blue undertone, beautiful, perfect for my skin tone red. It almost looks watermelon-y pink in the bottle, but it looks a little more red on the lips. And I think it's beautiful, and I love it. And that's it. That's everything from the collection that I picked up. So make sure you go over, and if you want to see more, there's a cheek palette, there's a bunch more lippies, so many beautiful products in this collection. If you want to see them, hop on over to Shio's channel and Ree's channel. Make sure you comment and let them know that I sent you, and comment below and tell me what you think your favorite product is from my little catastrophe of an eye look. A little catastrophe of a review, I guess. But yeah, be nice to me in the comments. Don't be mean. I know, my eyes, I know. I'm a mess. But I hope I got the point across. I hope you get to see the pigmentation, and I hope you get to take the value of the review for what the review is. And I hope you love those girls. Tell them I said hi, and I will talk to you all in my next video. Bye.